Following a couple of the most famous fashion designers of all time, Coco Chanel and Christian Dior, during Nazi-occupied Paris and World War II's aftermath. We have the new look on Apple TV+. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for the series A New Look. This is on Apple TV Plus, and apparently there is a season 2 in the works. This seemed to me like maybe just sort of a mini series, but I guess they've found enough things to talk about that they're going to have a season 2 coming as well. But this stars Ben Mendelsohn and Maisie Williams, among others. But we'll talk about this in just a second. First, though, let me welcome you in to Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video. We've got movie and TV reviews on the channel here, and just about every day I try to post something new, so there's always a lot to check out. Please consider subscribing, click that like button, comment below. All that stuff, of course, helps the channel out greatly. And you can check out the links for my socials in the description below as well, including my letterbox. That is a really cool site to, log your movie watching and your ratings and all that kind of stuff. All right, so this is following the designers Christian Dior and Coco Chanel through World War II during the occupation of France, and then also the aftermath of the war. And the sister, Catherine Dior, played by Maisie Williams, she factors in greatly as well. Ben Mendelsohn, I mentioned, he plays Christian Dior, and then Maisie plays Catherine. But Juliette Binoche plays Coco Chanel, and you've also got John Malkovich here, and Emily Mortimer, and Glenn Close in a supporting role as well. So a lot of famous people here. But boy, this unfortunately does not amount to much. So when I heard the concepts of this, I thought, all right, well, this will be maybe interesting. I'm not huge in the fashion world. I mean, this shirt was probably $7 at Target or something. Fashion and me, no. But I've certainly gotten some mileage out of things like Project Runway. Like I really appreciate, people actually working on different designs and all that kind of stuff like that. I think that's, mildly fascinating. I've certainly seen some documentaries about, costume designers for movie sets and stuff like that. So, okay, cool. Maybe that will be a bit interesting. And certainly I've heard of Coco Chanel and Christian Dior. How could you not? But this turns out to really dabble very little in that world. It actually ends up being just sort of a very, routine World War II drama, and the fashion stuff hardly really factors in at all, which I guess would be okay, but we just have so many World War II dramas that it just seems like this really isn't adding anything to that mix. I thought, well, the fashion part would be an interesting part, especially because these are, obviously real people that we're basing this on. So what were their, instructions in that time period? Because, they both at one point or another end up working for the Nazi government and making clothing for, Nazi wives and stuff like that. And so, that part was kind of interesting, but very, very underexplored, I would say. A lot of this show really is about the relationship between Christian Dior and his sister Catherine, and trying to get her into safety and all of that. And it's, again, mildly interesting, I guess, but how is it set apart from the, dozens and dozens and dozens of other World War II dramas involving similar things? It's not really. So then we have to look at sort of the breakdown of, okay, well, how are the performances? How is the script and all of that stuff? Some of the accents are not great. Well, first of all, everybody's speaking English, which to me is just inauthentic. Obviously these people would be speaking French, and you've got Juliette Binoche. She speaks French very fluently. I don't know if she was born and raised there, but certainly she is of French descent, and she speaks the language. We've seen it in other roles. So maybe they thought, oh, well, it would be a little odd to have her speaking French and everybody else speaking English. Okay, then maybe instead of Ben Mendelsohn, if he doesn't speak French, you hire a French actor. In this day and age of streaming and very, very popular foreign content like Squid Game and all of these shows and movies that we are now viewing very regularly with foreign language components. It just seems lazy to have this be in English. So that was sort of strike one. And then the accents themselves are not that great. Specifically, John Malkovich. His performance here is horrible. His accent, I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to put his version of a French accent onto his American accent, and it just, I don't, it would be like if Jeff Goldblum was there doing his Jeff Goldblum voice, except with a mild French accent. It didn't work at all. Every time he was on the screen, it took me right out. Now I will say some of the things like, the backdrops of the sets and stuff, okay, they were nice to look at and everything, but, when sort of mixed with everything else, this is just very, very overwhelming. I'm not sure why we need a season 2 of this. Now, I will admit, I didn't watch the whole thing. I think there's, 8 episodes here? Oh, no, there's 10. There was no way I was getting through 10 episodes of this. I've got too many other things to watch. So 3 episodes was enough for me. And look, hopefully later on, they start giving way to some of the more, fashion plots of these people, and we look more into that world. But so far in these first 3 episodes, there's almost none of that. And if that's the hook for your show, and you're 3/10 of the way through, why have we not really explored that yet? I'm not sure. So maybe it comes up later, but didn't do much for me. But yeah, this one is a miss for sure. A season 2 apparently is coming, so I guess Apple liked their response to it. But for me, a new look, or the new look, I should say, gets a D+. Definitely not one in the World War II drama canon that we should be focusing on. But if you want to stream it now, you are able to do so on Apple TV Plus. All of season 1 is up there. All right, thank you so much for watching Dan Reviews It. I'll see you next time.